Hello, guys. Good evening. This is High Priestess Jamila. So I won't be on here long. Um, but I wanted to come and do a quick live about Goofer dust, and I wanted to kind of talk for a minute because I've got to go. I've got to get off of here and get going. But hold on a minute. So I'm gonna read the comment verbatim, and then I'm just gonna kind of go over and speak about it and explain from my perspective, okay, on the situation. So hopefully you guys will still be able to hear me. Oh, here it is right here. Okay. So the commenter says, I was taught that the dust is the most harmful dust imaginable. It is certainly not used to make anyone go away. That dust is used for death and destruction, so much so that creators won't even touch it themselves while working on it. It will put a shadow over your life until the day you die, and the death will be very fast with this particular dust. I think someone has given you misinformation. This stuff is literally like death in a jar. I feel like downplaying the power of this stuff is a disservice to your followers because it's so dangerous that they should know not to play with it. People tell them the truth so no one is out here harming themselves or others willy nilly. With that being said, yes, it is excellent for stalkers if you have contact with them. If not, put them in a jar. Okay. So, and I responded really quickly, but I wanted to come and give like a longer talk response. I said, well, it's all about intentions. I made the goof for myself. Okay. All right. And the person was like, oh, okay, got it. But I wanted to come and talk about just that though. Okay. Um, as far as with Goofer Dust, I think that it's no different from let me just tell you something, okay? First of all, when you make stuff like that yourself, you put your own personal energy and intention in it, okay? There is not ever going to be anything that I am going to make that is going to be harmful to me or my loved ones. Nothing that I make, nothing that I hand make. I mean, if you're speaking in terms of using something like deadly nightshade or something like belladonna, or if you were to decide that you're going to burn maybe some calamus or something, or oh, there's another herb. I don't know why I can't think of it. It's the screaming herb. It's not angelica root. It's the other root. Anyway, basically, you're not supposed to burn that stuff or it will kill you. Okay. But I think that it depends on the intention of the person. Now, let's talk about defense. Okay. Let's talk about why a person would even feel compelled to make a goofer dust. Okay. What would compel you would be for defense and protection. Okay. That is what would compel you to even make something like that. And so, probably one of the reasons why you would make it or you would want to obtain it would be to protect your life. If you felt like your life were in danger, then you would make that particular thing, uh, such as goofer dust, to protect your life. Okay. Now, I want to go look at the date that I made that live stream. Whatever I make, whatever I hand make is going to be different from what someone else hand makes. So for me, my intention was not to kill the stalkers, right? But just to rather get them off of me. And the last time that I checked, I believe that goofer dust can be used for that purpose of banishing. Okay, if I'm not mistaken. Uh, Now, again, it's all about your intention. Okay, just because it's called goofer dust doesn't mean that it's going to be something that is just going to automatically be about death. If a practitioner were to make it about that, then that's what that would be about. Okay. Now, I personally do not have a belief that any practitioner out here can do anything to kill me. It's just not going to happen. Okay. I have, and a lot of people don't realize that you do have the power to protect yourself and you have the power of resurrection, especially for me. Being a womb woman, being a womb man, I have the powers of resurrection. Okay. So, and I'm a healer. So I'm not worried about nothing like that. Like, what I wanted to say as far as in terms of that is anything that you make yourself. Like, for example, I made 3 different salts and powders today, right? One of them was a curse hex breaker, return to sender, and a banishing. Okay. See, when you're putting your intention in this stuff, you're automatically thinking it should be in your subconscious that you are protecting yourself and your loved ones. It should never be anything to where you're thinking like this is going to do harm to me, right? And I think you have to be careful with where you get your information from. Absolutely, I agree. But when it comes to witchcraft, when it comes to anything that you're doing, it's all about your intention. Belief is very powerful. And if you believe that that's what all goofer dust is about, I wouldn't even have it in my house. I wouldn't even have something like that around me if that's what I believed. But I'll have to go back and look at that video to kind of see what I'm talking about because mm, because I don't know, I have a very complicated mind, and so when I'm putting my intention and stuff, like I think of everything. I think of everything. When I'm consecrating something, when I'm putting my stuff in it, I think of everything. I also made a salt mix. It's not just salt, it's more herbs than salt, but it does have salt in it. Basically, it is an anti-parasitic, anti vampire, you know, energy harvesting type of thing. And basically, Um, this stuff is probably going to last me for at least 6 months because all you need is a pinch of it. And really, to be honest with you, all you need is to keep it. It's not even anything that I need to use all the time. And then I made another mix. So it's really all about your intention. I think that this is one of the reasons why it is preferred to make your own stuff, right? Now, I made that goofer dust. Let's see when this video was. Hold on, guys. Of it was in June of 2023 when I made that particular goofer dust. Am I worried about that goofer dust killing me? No. Am I worried about it harming me? I don't have it anymore now. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not. And you know why? That is because I'm not gonna create something that's gonna do harm to me, right? I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna like what like even if I made a goofer dust that is designed to harm my enemies or even kill my enemies, you know what I'm saying? Which is sometimes you can run into a situation to where it's either them or you know what I'm saying? If I were to make something like that, I would definitely have a very strong intention in that stuff to make sure that as the enemy dies and decays, that I get stronger. Me and my loved ones, me and my situation get stronger physically, right? Like, because, and see, a lot of people, when it comes to that, you know, they want to kind of like follow someone else's rules. I'm not that type of person that follows somebody else's rules. Can't nobody tell me nothing about what I am doing when it comes to my craft. You can't tell me nothing. You can't teach me nothing. My craft is my own, and it just is what it is. Okay. Um, so that's just like when I heal people. My healing is not coming from my physical body. Like, a lot of people think that you're taking from somebody, and that's why we have a lot of people that go through energy harvesting, because people think that healing comes from energy, and it doesn't. It can come from frequencies and energy, yes, but really there's a certain source that you're going to be connected to. And then also, when it comes to the herbs, there is a significant amount of healing in certain herbs, some more than others. And then you add your intention, and then you have that connection to source. And then that's where you get healing from. Healing does not come from a person. This is the reason why I have had clients with death magic on them. I have had clients with death curses on them. I have had clients with sickness curses on them. And I've been able to reverse those curses and heal those clients. And it's never killed me nor anybody that is close to me. You know what I'm saying? So, I think that a lot of the times when, first of all, the one thing about it is that it really depends on where you're getting your information from, honestly. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, the message that I wanted to get across to y'all is that your craft is your own. Okay. Be a leader. Don't be a follower. Okay. Now, there are certain things that are no nos. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that are no nos. Like I said, you're not going to go in a room with your loved ones and burn. Why can't I think of the name of that damn? You're not going to go and burn a poisonous herb. You're not going to go and, put belladonna in your food and say, well, it's not my intention to die. It's my intention to do something else. Like, there are certain things that are just no-nos. Okay. However, something like that, especially when, again, I had no intention on killing somebody. Honestly, to end somebody's life because they're stalking me, to me, would be unnecessary. Now, if that stalker was to ever go nuts and try to and flip out and go postal and come and try to murder me, take me and my loved ones out, I got protection, because you're looking at somebody that literally created demonic protection from death and other perils and ill wills of enemies, right? So that was created by my spirits, because I am who I am. You know what I'm saying? And for some reason, I guess people just like being jealous of me. People, and I ain't never had that issue before, but it was an experience that I had. It's like, oh, okay, well, you want to act crazy. If you feel froggy, you gonna leap and you gonna fall down into quicksand if you ever try to come near me and do harm to me. Okay. But, otherwise, when it comes to something like that, your intention is what matters, nobody else's. Now, if you have allowed somebody to convince you of anything, then that is what is going to be. That is the energy that you're going to put into it. But I keep my mind and my thoughts and my subconscious very pure. Very. You got to have some kind of purity. You got to be crystal clear on your intention. Otherwise, I wouldn't have touched it. Now a year later, I went through hell. Did it have anything to do with that goofer dust? Nope. It had Sorry, guys, I gotta go. Did it have anything to do with that goofer dust? Nothing. It had nothing to do with that goofer dust at all. Okay. What it did have something to do with was the situation that I was already in, that I've been knowing about since 2021, and then, but no, in fact, you have to trust yourself. And you know what? If you have any doubt in yourself on your magic, then that's what's going to happen. You're going to have problems if you have any doubt in yourself. Now, I think that people that cause a lot of problems, keep up a bunch of ruckus, abuse witchcraft and use it because they're in an emotional space that they can't get out of. I think that those people need to think twice some of the things that they do to others. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna lean with it, I'm gonna roll with it, I'm gonna rock with it. You hear what I'm saying? Like I am going to have victory. I am going to have triumph. I am going to have that because that is the way that I keep my mind. You know what I'm saying? My magic. I'm not gonna, be afraid because somebody else said that. Like I've heard people say that before and I didn't even think nothing of it. I was just like, well, okay. But, as far as like me being afraid that, you know, like me feeling death looming over me, you know what I'm saying? I can't see it. When I was in Georgia, it was death everywhere. Like it was horrifying. It was horrible. It just was that location for me. Okay. It just was not for me. Okay. But did I feel that all the time? Nope. There was always that silver lining because my spirits and my ancestors walk with me. You know what I'm saying? But like, I think it depends. Like I said, it depends on who makes it, what intention they put into it. And then also another thing that's very powerful within me is my purity, my heart, my love for other people is never a weakness. It's never my ability to not just jump to oh, death, death, death. See, my ability to do that is what blesses me. It blisses me. You see what I'm saying? It blisses me straight up and down. The fact, and a lot of people don't agree with that, but I don't agree because as long as my heart space is good, I'm good. I believe in purity of the heart. I believe in that. And I believe that a lot of your magic comes from your heart. You see what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? I don't worry about what other people say when it comes to magic because trust me, I know a lot about it. Trust me. I have and then here's another thing. I've had several near death experiences in my life since I was a child. I Child. Anyway, look, I can ramble forever. I gotta go. Okay. All right. That's all I wanted to say about that. Y'all have a wonderful night. Happy Halloween. Blessings to y'all. Bye.